Hey guys, I hope you're all having a good day. Today I'm just gonna continue on my adventure and yeah, cheated on my husband a long time ago, admitted it recently. I need help moving on. Stats: relationship for 6 years, married for two, male 28 and female 25, me. I had the affair a few months after our marriage. I believed he hated me for a forced marriage. My parents were very vocal about us getting married to the point of making a scene at a Christmas dinner when we announced that we were moving in together. The next day he proposed and was generally miserable due to the state of our life, which I mostly thought was fine, sometimes fun, but no, he kept saying he hated his life and I took that personally. I stopped attempting to look at the bright side of things and just allowed us to wallow in misery even if things were looking up for us. I stopped believing that anything was good about us and that we made a horrible mistake getting married. I found solace with a coworker. The affair lasted a month, with the first half being emotional and the last half turning physical. During the time, I was also habitually taking cocaine with another coworker. At first, it was fun and games, then it turned to a numbing agent for the issues I was having at home, and later for numbing my actions for cheating on my husband. At home, I lashed out on my husband. If he was miserable, well, so was I. I chucked all of the happy moments that I had held on to out the window and was angry at him 24/7 to a scary extent. Thinking back on it now, I'm frightened at how dark I became. I spent his money. I yelled and screamed at him about how miserable I was. I wanted him to leave me because I was too chicken shit to do it myself. Finally, I sat him down and told him I was in love with someone else. I told him it was my coworker and waited for his reply before I went on. Instead of getting angry, he said he wanted to work it out, that he loved me and we could get through it. I was impressed and humbled that he still wanted me. I fell in love with my husband all over again in that moment, and all my actions became far too real to me. I made a choice at that moment that I'm still not sure was the best. I decided not to tell him about the fact that I had slept with another man. Immediately after that conversation, I reinvented myself. I stopped the coke habit cold turkey. I cut off all contact with my coworkers, later left my job and focused on making his home life as great as possible. The last 2 years have been the best for both of us. He's working his dream job, we're paying off debt quickly and saving a lot of money. Moved closer to the city to begin adventures, and we've had so many wonderful, truly wonderful moments. I initially decided to take the secret to the grave with me, never telling him, but instead dedicating my life to making our marriage work and becoming someone he could be proud of. About 3 months ago, I attempted suicide. Everyone was blindsided, but the repression of the secret was seeping out and my self-hatred was out of control. Even then, I refused to tell anyone, including my therapist, about the affair. I was put on medications, and after an especially positive, life-changing road trip that we took with our friends, I knew I had been living on borrowed time. That no matter how happy he was telling me he was and how wonderful of a wife I was, I still robbed him of a choice of being happier without me. Last week I told him more had happened with my coworker. I can't erase the expression he gave me from my mind, and I don't think it will ever leave. I hurt him so badly. I never ever wanted to hurt him so badly. I was a fool to ever think this day wouldn't come, and a fool to have ever strayed. He's the best thing that's ever happened to me. His reaction was calm and controlled. After being silent for a while, he said he wanted to work it out, mostly over the fact that the last 2 years of our life were the best he's ever had, according to him, and that I had changed to a large degree from who I used to be. He wants to work it out, though not through couples therapy as I suggested, but by moving on with our current great life and not looking back. Essentially, he told me to keep doing what I've been doing, continuing with my therapy, continuing with school and my weight loss plan, and we'd be fine. Along with the repression of the secret, a backlog of self-hatred, regret, and desperation had finally caught up with me. I was 51/50'd overnight last week by my psychiatrist as he feared I would hurt myself. His mother and my family found out about the affair through this episode, all of whom agreed with my husband I should move on from from this. I'm happy every time I see my husband after he gets off from work, when he wakes up in the morning and is complimenting the fact that there's no growing dark cloud over my head anymore. My eyes are brighter, my smile is bigger. He believes this is the beginning of a greater chapter in our life together. Everything is better than expected, so why when I'm alone do I go insane? I cry nonstop over the fact that I hurt him, that I deserve none of this, that I've already lost him and it's only a matter of time before he leaves me. I'm frightened of the fact that he stayed with me. I want to yell quite loudly for him to run away far away and quickly. I know if I don't get over these emotions, our relationship doesn't have a chance. I don't want to sabotage it anymore. How do I move on? How do I begin forgiving myself? Update. First, I'd like to thank everyone for their answers, whether insightful or transgressive. They were read and acknowledged privately. Yeah, so hours after posting about this, my husband came home from work and told me he had read them. He's an avid Redditor, but our subreddit interests are somewhat different that I didn't expect him to look at where I posted it. He hugged me and gave me a big smile, mostly as he said I wasn't trying to run away from the problem, rather I was looking for help on how to take it on. And that meant a lot to him. As of then, I never wanted to look back again. It wasn't easy, but I achieved it. I forgave myself and then moving on. So I began talking about my feelings, my day, but mostly why I love him. Every day I tell him why I like him and why I'm lucky to have him. And he never grows tired of it. If anything, it's boosted his confidence and performance at work and, well, other areas. In turn, he's begun speaking to me. He tells me his thoughts and opinions without the fear of my now lessened oversensitivity. He's not done much of this before, and while great, it certainly had us butting heads because my confidence is growing too. I began with dressing myself up a bit every day, even if I didn't go out. Then I added making the bed, then I added Khan Academy vids, Project Euler problems to boost my confidence and my intelligence. Then it kinda grew from there. Since our confidences have been shot up for both of us, so has conflict. However, we both knew it's part of a growth process. He's now more vocal about me with his needs, and now I stand up for myself. A large amount of the issues that has plagued us from the very beginning of our relationship have been talked about and resolved. We're also beginning to speak in each other's different languages of love. His being touch/action, mine being talk/gifts. It's working out wonderfully. I'm currently looking for work in SF as I'm finishing my paperwork for graduation. College is over, yay. Hubs is looking at some major positive developments at work and we're becoming more socially active. I had no idea our friends missed us. We both give credit to our increasingly ideal home life. We're making it happen and it's great. To those who find themselves in a similar situation as I was, if you're truly sorry for your actions and you say you're willing to do anything because you love this person with everything you've got, do it. Change for the better, become a bigger contribution to your relationship and to society, especially let them know how much they're wanted. But most importantly, truly learn from your mistakes and forgive yourself. Because when you do, happiness in a relationship thrives. No more dark clouds of regret or guilt, just smiles, kisses, and love. While I'm nowhere near an expert on relationships, I hope my story will help someone about to make the mistake living with it and or dealing with the consequences. I'm lucky as frick to have a man who stayed, even if yours doesn't. Resolve the baggage. Your next love doesn't deserve your sadness over another relationship. I hope this has helped and thank you again. Edit. I just wish to clarify that in no way, shape, or form do I believe I'm off the hook. If anything, I'll probably never really let myself off the hook. I'm well aware of what I'm capable of, and active prevention against that is having partners/friends to help check your blind spots and have open communication with your significant other. At least that's how it's been working out for me. These last few months since my last post have been like a large exhalation. I know hard times will come ahead, but right now I'm certain that we'll be able to take on that challenge. The fear of losing my husband is far, far, far bigger than my fear of being alone or my need for constant attention. He is my best friend, my companion, my lover, and I'll do my damn best to make make sure he knows that. If I have to do that for the rest of my life, I'm very willing to do it. Okay guys, make sure to like and subscribe and I'll see you guys later.